Hey guys, this is Daniel from Autolog. Today we're going to show you the quick unboxing video of CEIKA 6-piston big brake kit for Golf GTI. So quick background information, my Golf GTI is about 2.5 years old now, and even though there's still a bit of the rotors and pad left in the car, I decided to upgrade the brake a bit early because I got the non-performance pack GTI, and the stock caliper and the rotor size offered in non-performance pack is quite small compared to GTI performance pack or Golf R. Especially my new wheels Koya SF10 19-inch rims coming on the way, and that rims you can actually put the big rotors up to 380 millimeters in diameter. So if I actually use that rims with the stock rotor size of GTI, which is 312 millimeters, it's definitely going to look like I got the really small brake. So my initial plan of upgrading my front brake was trying to source and buy Porsche Macan calipers painted to gloss red, and then buy the Mark 6 Golf R rotors, which is 345 millimeters in diameter. But this method is actually well known for budget upgrade modes because the Porsche Macan calipers in US market is very cheap. It's only about 320 US dollars on each side. But in Australia, the Porsche Macan calipers is quite expensive. They're about 650 per each side. So I just realized that it's not really a good value mode. So I actually ended up buying the big brake kit from CEIKA. So CEIKA brand is actually not quite new. They've been here for a while. As far as I know, there was also a big brake kit forum in BMW since 2012. So I know that they've been making big brake kit for at least 8 years, and even before that they start to sell coilovers to Australian markets. So I think CEIKA brand is somewhat very similar to K Sports, which is well-known brand for some of you guys. And I decided to buy the CEIKA big brake kit and give this a go because the price of this BBK was very well reasonably priced compared to other brand. And to be honest, I'm not like a heavy track user, so I don't need to spend 6-7 grand just on a front BBK to get the top tire braking performance for track. Anyway, I'll just unbox and show you guys what I received from the CEIKA, and I'll probably share my thoughts, what I think about the quality and the products. Let's get on to it. Okay, so this is the CEIKA big brake kit over here. I'm just going to unbox it. Originally the parcel came as a whole one piece in a one large box, but because the parcel weight was 34 kilograms and it was very difficult to carry by myself, so I actually had to open the big box up and then separate into different pieces. Let's open that box first. Oh, nice. So what you see here is braided lines for big brake kit. This one is made out of the stainless steel and the quality seems spot on. And as you can see, they actually fabricated the braided lines to be compatible with my car, which is Golf GTI. And they say this braided line is ADR approved as well, which is perfect for Australian users. And this one here is 2-piece rotor. I think this is the right hand side. Yeah, I think so. It's called 2-piece rotor because the rotor disc and the rotor head is actually separated into two different pieces, as you can see here, and it's held by the set of screws and the nuts. So normally normal stock Golf rotors, they're just one piece, which is traditional way. And the good thing about that one is it's cheap to replace, which dramatically reduces the maintenance cost. On the other hand side, this one is probably not for everyone, but because this one is separated, you can actually make this with the much lighter material, which is aluminum alloy. So it helps you to reduce the unsprung weight of the car. But obviously, because it has to be 2-piece and there's two different materials, the cost is one of the downside for having 2-piece rotors. For example, if I have to compare the price between the traditional rotors and 2-piece rotor, for the Golf R, for example, 340mm, you can get the front Lotus set, traditional one, for about $300 to $400 in Australia. On the other hand side, you can get the two-piece rotor for about $1,000. So two-piece rotor is actually quite expensive. They were 3 times more expensive compared to the traditional ones. So obviously it's not for everyone, but I just wanted to give this a go because I am very interested to reduce the unsprung weight. So the good thing about the CEIKA is that you can actually customize everything when you're ordering big brake kit. For example, I choose to go with the anodized gold, even though the color turned out to be a little bit brighter than I thought. So hopefully while I'm driving around in the future, the brake pad dust will make the rotor head color a bit darker. Anyways, and then I choose to go with the slotted disc as well as the drilled option. If you're going track very often and you're performance orientated, I recommend you to just go with the Lotus that has a slotted option without the drilled ones, because I know that there's a lot of arguments going on regarding the issue with the drilled Lotus here, because if you actually brake very hard and if the rotor temperature goes up and down very frequently, eventually you will have a crack in between the holes here, which dramatically reduces the lifespan of the Lotus. However, I don't really track often and I don't really brake hard that often either, so I think having a drilled option was very good looking idea. Therefore I just choose to go with these options anyway. By the way, for the reference, this rotor I ordered, the size is 356mm in diameter as well as 32mm thickness. So it definitely has a ventilation slot, which is good for cooling the rotors. I choose to go with 356mm because this option and this size seems to be the most common ones for any 6-piston brake setup for Audi S3 and Golf GTI and Golf R as well. Before the installation though, I'll just make sure all the screws here are tightened with the proper torque spec, just to make sure I don't have any safety issues. Apart from that, the rotors as well as the rotor head, the quality seems very good. And there is a bit of grease here, which I believe they sprayed down for preventing any rust during the shipment. So before the installation, I'll use soap water to clean out all the grease as well. Okay, let's go to the other box. And now let's open up the calipers. So this is the calipers after unboxing. Again, CEIKA offers many different customization options, so you can actually order the calipers with different finish or different colors. I just went with the gloss red because this color is just a typical color for Golf GTI for the brake caliper colors. Straight away I can see one of the good things is that you are able to replace brake pads without taking out the calipers. So normally this one is very convenient because what you can do is you can just remove 2 screws here and take out this one, and then you can actually remove the pad this way and then put the new brake pads here. On the other hand side, I mean, some of the OEM ones like the Audi TTS ones, the caliper actually doesn't have any open area here. So you cannot actually replace the brake pads unless you actually have to take out the whole calipers. So normally traditional way, if you don't have a slot here, what they do is they remove the screws here, totally remove the calipers, and then you actually have to get access here to remove the pad like this. But because this one is well designed, just like other company like a Brembo, I'm pretty sure the Brembo brake kit as well as AP Racing one has these features as well, that you don't have to replace, you don't have to take out the whole calipers to replace the brake pads. You can just remove 2 screws and then do it from the front, which is much more convenient. And as you can see, this is a brake pad. I just ordered the 3-pad ones because they say this one has minimal brake dust. I don't really go track days often, so I don't have to go like a hardcore on the brake pads anyway. This is a 6-piston. It's called 6-pot big brake kit or 6-piston big brake kit because it has 6 pistons, 3 here and then 3 on the other side. The stock Golf calipers is a bit of shame, but it's just 1 piston, like a sliding 1 piston calipers. So honestly though, I actually didn't have any issue. I didn't think it lacked the brake performance, but because I have 6 piston calipers now, I am excited to see how much difference I can feel if I brake hard. One of the interesting factor is that I ordered the 6 piston caliper setup with the X large pistons, but you can see here the 6 pistons have different size actually. So this piston is smallest here and it gets bigger and it gets the biggest on the bottom side. This is very interesting. So because this is the left hand side, it'll be installed on the car like that. So actually on the bottom end the piston size gets bigger. I'm not 100% sure if there's any technical benefit for having different size pistons, but yeah, just for your reference, it's good to know that they have a different piston size. So just put back the springs here, the pads. Whoop. It's a bit difficult to put it on with just one hand. There we go. Okay, so that's the calipers that you saw. The painting quality is pretty good. I actually haven't put it on and driven yet, so I'm not too sure the brake performance of this thing, but I just can't wait. I'm very excited to put this on my car. One here is just the accessory to install the big brake kit. So you can actually see the mounting brackets for calipers. This one is made out of the steel as well. They offer this mounting bracket because the traditional stock ones, the calipers mounting holes is actually located here, so you actually put the screws this way. But because this caliper has screws coming from the 90-degree angle, you actually need to have a proper compatible mounting bracket for this one. They also offer the thread locks just to make sure that the screw doesn't get loose in terms of the heavy driving in the track days. And they also give you a special present, which is a touch-up paint for the calipers. So if you get a stone chip from the calipers, you can use a touch-up paint from there, and it'll be better than, you know, having a stone chip scars on the calipers. I think that's about it. So that's all the unboxing video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll probably install this big brake kit on my car hopefully in near future, and probably give you guys an update with another video. I'll see you next time. Bye.